Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Islamic Ministries and Community Development Daily Hadith Reminder. Today we will be discussing one of the most important ahadith in Islam, a narration that reminds us about the importance of having correct intentions before performing our deeds. On the authority of the chief of the believers, Umar ibn al-Khattab, who said, "I heard Allah's messenger say, indeed actions depend upon the intention. A person will be rewarded for what they intend. Whoever migrates for the sake of Allah and His Messenger, then his migration was for Allah and His Messenger. Whoever migrates to attain a worldly affair or a woman to marry, then his migration is for what he intended migration for." Imam Muslim narrated this hadith in his Sahih book with this wording in the Book of Government, chapter The Words of the Prophet's Laws, "Deeds are but with intentions," which includes fighting and other deeds, number 1907. Who is the companion who narrated this hadith? His name is Umar ibn al-Khattab, and he was one of the best companions of the Prophet Muhammad, the best companion after Abu Bakr as Siddiq. His conversion to Islam is one of the most remarkable and influential events in Islamic history. It was after Umar accepted Islam that many of the early Muslims started to practice Islam outwardly, in public. Prior to accepting Islam, Umar was a staunch enemy of the Prophet and actually at one time wanted to assassinate the Prophet Muhammad. However, the Prophet made supplication to Allah that the most beloved of the two Umars to Allah be guided to Islam. And it was Umar ibn al-Khattab who Allah loved the most. Umar is recognized for his discipline, superb administrative and management skills. He was a great leader of many conquests that took place during his reign as caliph. There were many occasions that Umar's decisions agreed with revelation from Allah. He was one of the first to organize an official army with paid soldiers. The Prophet Muhammad said that if there were ever a prophet after him, which there will never be, it would have been Umar ibn al-Khattab. During his reign, the Islamic Empire stretched to Persia, Rome, and even Egypt was brought under the Islamic flag. During his time as leader, he brought many social reforms and worked extensively on the welfare of his citizens. Some of the major reforms introduced by Umar: the establishment of Baytul Mal, state's treasury for people, and social welfare. During Umar's time, a proper judicial system was established, where magistrates and judges would have courts and would decide on cases, prosecute, and defend those who may have broken the laws or taken the rights of others. Army headquarters were established for protection. Canals and roads were constructed. The imams, teachers, and muathins were given pay in schools and mosques. Prisons and police stations were built. The first Islamic lunar calendar was established, and the Hijri calendar was initiated. Population census was kept. Welfare homes and orphanages were built. Umar was assassinated by a Persian non-Muslim by the name of Abu Lu'lu'a Fayruz. He stabbed Umar, as a result of which Umar passed away 3 days late in the 23-year AH on the 1st of Muharram. Benefits of this hadith. Number 1. Allah judges our deeds based upon our intentions. Number 2. Our deeds are rewarded according to our intentions. Third benefit. We are allowed to migrate or move for worldly reasons. Fourth benefit. The best reason to migrate or move is to protect. Fifth benefit. Intentions distinguish between obligatory acts and voluntary acts of worship that may be performed the same way. For example, the 2 sunnah rakats of Fajr and the obligatory prayer of Fajr. They are prayed the same way, but one's intention distinguishes between them. Sixth benefit. Intentions are made in the heart and not upon the tongue. Now for some questions to test your comprehension. Who is the narrator of the hadith? Can you share with us a little about him? Before any good deed, our intentions should be in our hearts or upon our tongues. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed today's Islamic Ministries and Community Development Hadith Reminder. Follow us to get more daily reminders at www.dimacd.org.